We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Black 80!
Check, walk 54, walk 54.
Hey, watch the ball.
I got you.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yo, faster!
Check 56.
Bravo!
Double dog, that's the way.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 65.
Ready.
2nd and 3. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. They go play action here on first down.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Your track, your track.
5.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56, right there. Go.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Taylor now returning it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check safety, check safety. Check, check.
Run pass. Go. 40.
Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
14, 14.
Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Reload, reload.
Mike by 5, Mike 55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go, get it.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 180!
54. You ain't going.
Stay hot! Hey, gun. Stay hot!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Hey, alert! Check. Hey, zoom.
54. Yo.
Hey, hot!
Right there.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Mike's 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You can't block me.
Now back to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no...
And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. About 3 yards there to the 27. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the slide, watch the slide. Kill. One left. 14.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check the out. He's checking. Crash. Who's the team? Right there, 54, right there. 54 miles.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down.
Mike 54. No chance.
Topper. Go.
54. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Focus, defense, focus.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Check. Easy. Cut.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Switch.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Check. Watch 54. He's trying to win. Kill. Alert.
On 1st down, Taylor. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Don't say no. Tighten up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Go 14. Hey, 0.
Mike, 50.
Guys, listen.
Mike, I got you.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Henry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. It's caught by Davis. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you try and score when given the opportunity.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one hauled in by Sample. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Time to go, night, night. Bang, 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 bang.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Check,
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, tight. Check. Crunch.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They want this.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. Completes it to Davis. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Seahawks 10, Titans 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
One left.
Now Rashad Penny trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 54. Bring it.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Touch, 315. 14, got it.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check 55, Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Got it, got it, got it.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Touch Missy, touch Missy.
Mike 5-4.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On second down, it's Taylor, and he's got some space here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
X3, 218, chop it.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Switch. Switch.
Fine.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
Ready up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Titans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
84. Who's got 84? Check 84.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one caught by Davis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Match box, Mike.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go, here we go. Check 50, check 50.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Hey, check 24.
Protein spill.
A first down carry for Henry. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And a busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Titans first
Hey,
down.
box drop.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ready? 10-2 soft.
54 Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
See what you got.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Let's go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Kill.
Quickstone, Travis. Hey, Charlie. 5.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Check 37, check 37.
Got it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Four down.
The first carry for Josh Adams. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson, and Jennings has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. A gain of 3, second down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe, close to letting it slip away.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the victory here for